Two. All right, welcome back. Episode 11 of Lock Talk, back after a week off. It's just a two-man show today, myself and Jord. Jord, how are we doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you doing, Ben?
Not too bad, not too bad. Sterling's away. He's at a conference in Dallas for his work, so he's super busy all day long, so he gets 2 weeks off. No, we're back. Yeah. Hey, well, I mean, he's there. I think he's there. He said 2 days, and he's pretty much working like 12-hour days, like in conferences and meetings and stuff. So
yeah,
he's not having the greatest time. He's not skipping, I'll tell you that.
Right.
Anyway, it's good to be back. We took the week off last week. Life's just crazy during the holidays, getting close to Christmas, coming after Thanksgiving. So, but we are back. We'll be on a weekly schedule again, and we'll be back in person here in not next episode, but the episode after that. We should probably be in person for 2, I think, while we're home over the break. So stay tuned for that. College football slowing down. Well, the games are. It's bowl season. The action's not. We'll get to that. Let's wrap up last week first. I don't want to do this. I don't want to wrap up last week. It's one of the most pathetic performances of my entire life. But Jord, I mean, take it away. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'll do the honors. So
yeah, please.
Saturday we had a good slate.
I'm glad Sterling's not here for this, by the way.
Oh, good Lord. He'd have a heyday, dude.
He probably still does, so.
Oh, for sure. So, yeah, we had a good slate of games, meaningful ones for the most part throughout the college football weekend. And, I looked at action at one point, and it was 0-3 for Ben. I was like, okay, whatever.
I'll say I started off the weekend great. I got Oregon on Friday night. Utah. -2. So started off great, and then Saturday not so hot.
And then hours went by, and I still didn't see a 1 in the win column. I was getting a little worried. And
yeah, you were getting worried.
I kid you not. I kid you not. By the end of the night, I look and 0-10 for Benjamin on the day. Like it's hard. It really is hard to not win a single.
It's very hard
all day.
It feels so hard to win like 3. It doesn't feel so hard to lose 3. But it feels hard to lose 10. And then it got worse. I put 2 more bets out on the bar. I took out a lot of units and put it on USC live bet, lost that, and then doubled up on my Wake Forest, lost that. So overall, an 0-12 Saturday. Honestly, that's unbelievably hard to do.
Yeah, it
was incredible watching every game lose.
I can't imagine your bar tab as well. After watching that, it would probably rack up the mixed drinks, I'm assuming, or beers.
Yeah, I was just not. I didn't make any money that day, let me tell you. And I probably spent my paycheck for the week. But it's just incredible watching all these games lose. It's just pathetic. I'll run through them quick. And some of these are just stupid. I had a 2-way teaser over 68.5, and then NIU plus 9.5. NIU won the game outright. I should have just taken the cover, but instead I teased it with the over. Huh?
We're going to talk about Northern Illinois too.
Yeah, we are, because they're actually good.
Because yes,
I said they were shit.
Ben said they suck.
And they won the MAC.
And no shit, Ben. Big E, shout out Big E Bets. Whoa, shout out Big E Bets.
That said it.
He's like, he texted. He's like, didn't Ben say something about Northern Illinois? I was like, dude, it was like the second or third episode.
I need to go and watch and see what I said, and because I probably lost that bet too. Because they were projected to finish last in their conference, and they won the thing.
Yeah.
And so they do not suck.
The Michigan State transfer quarterback, he played quite well. And
that's a great name.
That's pretty sweet.
It's a great name.
So,
anyway, I was wrong on them earlier in the year. I had them plus 9.5. I thought they might win the game. They did, but they only the total points instead of over 68.5 on the teaser, it was only 64. So I didn't get that. Then I had Oklahoma State -5. They obviously got upset by Baylor. So that obviously did not win because they didn't even win the fucking game.
That heartbreaking play to lose the game.
Oh, yes.
You see all those
I
memes about
they
Friday Night
had
Lights?
so many times. Yeah, it was like so eerily similar. But they had 2 red zone trips, 4 downs from like the inside the 5, and they got nothing both times. Like to
That
have 2
that
chances to win the game, eight chances basically because they had 4 and 4, and to get nothing is so pathetic.
the fact that they were in that game too, going into the fourth with the quarterback throwing what 4 picks, right?
Oh, he looks
Four.
so bad. Yeah, he was
And
terrible.
that play call, I mean, that they got the turnover on downs, like the stretch run out of shotgun on the goal line, that was bizarre to me for
With
Oklahoma
their
State.
backup running back who hadn't run well all day. They'd been bottled up all day. That was just
Shocking.
excruciating to watch.
Yeah.
Then I decided, I literally, so I was like, oh, well, I'm 0 for 2 to start the day. Why don't we put some hockey on? Under 6.5, Florida St. Louis. Game goes to a shootout, 4-3, 7 goals, lose by half. That was a late one too. Late comeback. I mean, I had Houston plus 11. I honestly thought they were going to win the game. They lost by 15 to Cincy. So now we're just really racking up the L's. I had Georgia minus 6.5 against Bama. Bama just laid it to them. I did not think Bama was good, and they just that Georgia quarterback cannot throw a football very well. Their offense, like, good Lord, and their defense was supposed to be like miles and miles, but they have 41 points. So now I'm starting to panic. Now I'm like, okay, this is not good. Laid another hockey over 5.5. We went the opposite. 5 goals in that game, lose by half a points. 3-2 Tampa Bay. Then we go New York Islanders. They've lost like 8 in a row at this point, or 7 in a row. I'm like, okay, they can't lose, another one. They do 4-3 to the Detroit Red Wings. They ended up losing 10 in a row before they won a game on Tuesday, which I bet on. So thank you, Islanders. So now we're going to the Wake Forest game, but it's like, you know what? I have, I think it was like $75 on Wake Forest plus 135 money line. If I win this game, I'm even. No problem. Then we go USC. So I lay the hammer on Wake Forest. I had teased them earlier in the week, so I put like $75 on them. And then I had some buddies in town, and they both got sports books while they were there, so I got some like free credit to put on. So I just threw everything I had basically on Wake Forest. Over 65.5 and Wake Forest plus 9. And then I also just had Wake Forest money line, $75 on that. They lost the game 45-21. They overhit, but it was a part of a teaser with plus 9. They did not cover 9. They didn't score the whole second half. They scored 21 points in the first quarter, I think, and it didn't score again. And this is when it started to be like, I finished the game at the bar, and I was like, oh my God, I am 0-10. 0-10. So then we put some money, a little bit of money on the Chicago Blackhawks to win. They're plus 142 against the Rangers, who are now on a like 8-game winning streak. And I think that was to kick it off. Or it was like game 3 or 2. They lost 3-2. And then I was like, all right, we're pulling out. I'll just say I'm pulling out $250 to live bet on USC, who is down, I think, a touchdown against Cal. Cal is a team that lost to the Arizona Wildcats, who had not won a game in 18 games. And so I was like, all right, we're doing it. We're gonna win this back. We're gonna have a great. And I just watched it. Jackson Dart got hurt, and that offense couldn't move the ball. And Cal scored 24, and USC just couldn't bring it back. And so I just watched my money absolutely get thrown away, and it was just terrible, terrible feeling, knowing that I just went. Oh, first of all, I went over 12, and second of all, just on one bet, $250, not minding the others. But tough day. So thankfully I got out to a good start. I had work this week, so I'm like, I need to make up some money here. But
right. Was that when was Chopper in town this weekend? Is that where you guys were out?
Yes. Yeah.
Good time. Chopper's a blackout for sure.
I'm not gonna say what he did here because I don't want to, but he downloaded the sports book, and that guy went nuts. Just laying down bigger bets than I've ever imagined putting down. So we can talk about that when I get back, but I'm not gonna divulge too much. But guy's a maniac. He came out on top, but guy's an absolute maniac.
What a freak, Chop.
Just Chopper, you're psycho. Thankfully my Sunday went a lot better. I went like 4-2. But anyway, how was your betting weekend? At least it was better than mine.
I mean, I will say that not a whole lot. Just I had the Baylor and Oklahoma State under at 46.5. That hit. And San Diego State might be the worst ranked football team I've ever
They're
watched or
so
seen in my
bad.
life. Overrated as
Yeah.
hell. I mean, they like we've shat on their quarterback for months
He's
and
bad.
months, and they put up 13 points against Utah State.
Should have
So
bet
that was
game.
for the Mountain West title. Some of these games I was watching in the car on the way back from Spokane, so I wasn't watching a whole lot of football, but and then I had the over 52.5 between Houston and Cincinnati, and that hit with 55 points. That was nice. And then I had Pitt minus 3.5. I watched that with at Biggie Bets at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Nice.
Slaying some wings down there. And then NFL was pretty abysmal. I was 0 for 4 that, so we'll just skip over that. And then
How was Spokane, by the way, dude? I
Dude, it
forgot
was
to ask
good.
you.
Yeah, I got to see Emily play at Gonzaga.
How'd they do? How'd they fare? Did they do all right?
They only lost by 5, and Gonzaga.
Oh shit, that's good. Gonzaga's
Dude,
good.
Gonzaga only lost to Stanford by 4, and Stanford won it last year.
Yeah, that's
so
impressive.
That was cool. Emily got to play a lot, so that was nice. And then
that's
so
dope.
Cool
Nice.
The
Did you see my brother at all? By the way, he probably would send me a snap.
I did not get a chance to meet up with Chris.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, that Chris. I love Chris, but I think he's only a guy that I would like to see when you guys are here. I don't know if I'm gonna hang out and get in a fight with Chris somewhere.
Yeah,
probably.
no, exactly. No good.
So, no, yeah. So
Smart.
That was cool, and now we're back at it. Almost Friday, almost the weekend again. So that's kind of nice.
Yes,
so
very excited. Yeah.
Games going.
Yeah, we're recording Thursday night, so this will be out tomorrow. Not a ton of college football this week because it's getting bowl season, but there was a ton of college football action. So while we stay on that topic, let's talk about some of the coaching stuff. I guess first thing is DeBoer to University of Washington. What was your initial reaction? I know that was over a week ago now, but we haven't reported since. What do you think?
Not gonna lie, Ben, you might have to repeat yourself because it kind of like cut out for.
It cut out. I was just saying, DeBoer going to UW. What do you think? Love it.
I do love it. At first, I was skeptical. I kind of wanted a big name, but he has a proven track record of what he's done with the Fresno State program, and it kind of just brings in, I think, a new mentality, new offensive minded mentality, which we kind of needed once again since Coach Pete left. We turned into a defensive team. And, I love it. That's a good hire. He comes in, he establishes
offense, right?
Yeah, and he spread offense. He brings in his coordinator from Fresno State. We signed one of the recruiting coordinators from LSU. Actually, we brought him in, and that guy's probably got connections all over the country. So I mean, we'll be able to recruit on the Southeast and whatnot. So and then he also brought his defensive backs coach from Fresno State as well. So kind of just a new style, I guess you could say, new house, I guess.
Definitely.
We obviously cleaned it, which was desperately needed.
Yeah.
So and Hayner was going to transfer back, not anymore. He withdrew his name.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Which sucks, but hopefully, Hugh, I don't want to say a certain amount of money, but I can almost bet that there's no chance that Dylan Morris will start another game as a Washington Husky.
I hope not. He can't play in a spread offense. That guy can throw the ball at all anyway.
Exactly. Spread offense. Or
not that Heward showed us much anyway, but that was one game. So
exactly. And he's got some time under his belt. He got a sense for the game.
Right.
And then hopefully this is more of a throwing offense, which Sam Heward was an air raid in high school. So
right. He's used to slinging it.
Yeah.
He's used to slinging that thing.
There's no concern there. It's just we're gonna be a bunch of new faces this year, and it's gonna be more, I think, exciting season, and people actually looking forward to watching.
They need something. They had to make changes.
Yeah.
People weren't going to come if anyone on that coaching staff came back next year, if anyone from the offensive side anyway, because they were just so abysmal. It was so bad to watch. They got absolutely decimated by the Cougars. So, I'm very happy. Well, you said it well. It's nice just to have new faces. It wasn't a big name, but I like the style of guy they brought in. We'll see what happens. They have a lot to work on. They got a lot to improve. The good news is they have a lot of good players, like 4- and 5-star players coming out of high school. So we'll see if they've just got a bunch of busts or if it was more of a coaching issue. And I'm willing to bet it's more of a coaching issue. So I'm excited to see kind of what happens next year and hopefully a big bounce back season.
Right. Oh, exactly. I mean, we're not. I mean, this past season, it looked like we were far away, but in hindsight, we're really not. I think we just had to put our players in the right positions. All right. When
We started ranked. People expected us to be good.
we're running an I formation as a Pac-12 offense. You think that's going to beat anyone? No. And it's not putting any of our playmakers in positions to succeed. You're
Nope.
taking the ball out of all their hands and you're just limiting the field. And, you know, you saw it week 1, Montana, you just stack the box and they can lose to anyone. So,
Yep. No,
I
it was
mean,
not good.
and
None of
that
it was
was
good.
the DeBoer to UW was only like the start of the coaching changes. I mean, you got now as of yesterday, 2 days ago, Cristobal, Miami.
Yep. That's a big one.
That was just kind of funny to me because after he got pounced by Utah twice, like dominated every aspect of the game.
Yep.
And one of the first questions was speculation about Miami, and the first thing he's like, I don't want to talk about Miami. I'm going to talk. We got to move on. We're going to play the bowl game. Next day, he leaves, and literally the next day.
Yep.
I mean, it just shows that obviously there's not a lot of loyalty, and contracts really don't mean shit anymore. I mean, you can get bought out easily.
Yep.
So he's gone. I mean, he played for Miami when they were winning all those years. So I mean, it makes sense. I don't think it's not a better job. I don't think, but geography wise, lifestyle, I guess he'll be way happier with his family and stuff down there.
They must have paid him more too. They must have given him more money than he was getting, which is surprising. But on that topic as well, Brian Kelly, huge move.
Yeah, I like the move for him personally because I don't think LSU hotbed for recruits, right? You got 5 stars, 4 stars all over Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame is just a school where you get maybe 1 or 2 of those 4 or 5 stars, but it's an academic school. Like football is not a main priority when you go there. And I think he knew at some point that he hit the limit, right? Like he got to the playoff. He got to the playoff once or twice, but he got his shit kicked both times. And that's a good move for him. LSU, I know they've lost a couple people decommitted. The quarterback Max Johnson, he's in the portal. His brother was the number 1 tight end in the country. He's not committed there anymore. So it's just gonna be interesting to see where he kind of goes in his recruiting style, because he can go really wherever in the country. You got Florida, Alabama, you got all those places. You can even come to California. Everyone wants to play for LSU. It was just hard. It's hard selling people on coming to Notre Dame and isn't it in Indiana or something like that? Not like a great, or wherever it is.
Illinois,
Illinois, not like a huge, like hotbed for college football or lifestyle,
I was a little bit surprised to see it. But I think the more surprising thing was how he hadn't told his players or whatever, and he just sent a text meeting the next morning. I guess the meeting was 4 minutes long or something, super quick, 7 a.m., 4 minutes long. He's like, all right, I'm out. I think Marcus Freeman's going to be a good coach for them, though. I think that's a great hire. They needed to get him because I think he was being recruited by Brian Kelly to go with him and be the highest paid offensive coordinator.
Tommy Reese was
right,
but they both said
they both said no. So that first of all, it's going to hype the kids up that they're going to stay for the bowl game that they're playing in. And I just think Marcus Freeman's a pretty good hire anyway. So not a huge loss, but I mean Brian Kelly's a good coach, so it is a loss.
I agree with you. Marcus Freeman, he's younger dude. He's kind of been around he's been around Ohio State. I know he's a grad assistant there.
Right.
And Cincinnati, so he is winning culture through his blood. And I think, you keep saying it, he's a player's coach, right? Players want to play for a younger, kind of energetic kind of dude. When Brian Kelly, no offense, he's old,
right?
He's out of date, not in touch with reality and all what's going on. So I think that Marcus Freeman has a good chance to, keep the program going in the right direction. So
I agree. Anything else we want to wrap up with college football? We'll look at bowl games later on this episode, but any other coaching things from last week?
I don't think so. I think we should jump into some hockey talk. I think that's.
Hey, I'm more than happy to do that because my wish has finally come true. I am right there. It's been a first great week in a long time to be a Canucks fan. Got the news Sunday. Well, let's throw all the way back to, I believe it was Saturday. It was Saturday that they played the Penguins at home. They had actually won 2 games in a row against pretty much 2 of the only teams that were below them in the standings, the Canadiens and the Sens. Won 2 games in a row, came back home to play the Penguins. Just to catch anyone up who hasn't, we got off to such a horrible start to the year that we were supposed to be a good team. I had a rant about it last episode. I was basically calling for everyone's heads 2 weeks ago. I've been calling for that for 2 years. But I got off to a horrible start this year. Won those 2 games in a row. Come back, home game. They were all in the 2 wins were on the road. Home game, just get completely annihilated by the Penguins, who are hurt. They're not that good this year. The Canucks were never in the game. Ends up with booing, chanting "fire betting" throughout the game. Clearly visible, or I don't know, hearable. That's not the word, but you could very easily hear it on the broadcast. And then with a couple seconds left, there was a whistle, and someone threw their jersey onto the ice, which people were very upset about that. And it's like, look what happened after. Like, the owner saw that, and I know that probably wasn't the reason, but that's got to be a deterrent. And then people are chanting "sell the team" in the concourse after the game. So it was just an all-out mess. They got, I think it's 4-1. It was not close.
No. Gensel had a hat trick in the second period alone.
Yeah, it was just an absolute abomination. Same thing. And so, we wake up Sunday. I think it was Sunday or Monday. No, it was Sunday. It was Sunday.
Yeah.
And there's some rumors going around that Travis Green, the head coach, was out, and that Bruce Boudreau was hired. So kind of like some rumors. I think by midday it was like, okay, Bordeaux's in, Travis Green is out. I was happy about that for sure. Green has he had the great playoff run. Great. They went to the second round. He got the most out of that roster that he could. But other than that, I just don't like, he doesn't try new things. He's very stuck in his ways. He's very stubborn. I just don't like his systems. They never seem to work. We get up in games not a lot. When we would get up in games over the past couple of years, we would find a way to blow it all the time. It's like he would just completely go, like, park the bus, sit back, and it never worked. We didn't have a great defensive team. I didn't like his systems. He was way too defensive, wouldn't let guys go. He should not have been fired first. And in the scope of things, it doesn't really matter. They've got fired at the same time. It's just a leak. So people were worried that Benning was going to stay, the GM was going to stay, and it was just going to be Green. Fortunately, it came out a couple hours later. Benning was also fired. You never want to see people lose their jobs, but I was so happy that he was gone. I would have rather kept Green and fired Benning. No, my preference was to get rid of them both. But if one was going to stay, it would have been Green, fire Benning. So when I heard Benning was gone, I was over the moon. He has handicapped this franchise for years. It's been 8 years with 2 playoff appearances. The one in his first year there, he didn't do anything. So it's 1 in 7 years basically. He's made terrible trades, terrible contracts. Like I've said before, it would take me hours to go through all the pathetic moves he has. It's been way too long. Even the owner admitted in the press conference bringing in Bruce Boudreau that he thought he had been too patient. I've been calling for their heads for 2 years. Yeah. Even after the bubble, I was like, this is probably not a good thing. We went on a little bit of a run that we weren't supposed to, and now it's going to extend their life. Sure did. They were bad last year, and they've been bad this year. So that was kind of the weekend. I was so happy. It's like, it just completely flipped the switch for everyone. And I just felt that switch flip too, because it's like, okay, now I was hoping for losses. I just wanted them to lose games because I needed them out, and we were so close to having the coach and the GM fired. And now it's like, okay, switch is flipped. Now we can let's try and make a playoff push. We are so far behind. We're going to have to win so many games, but it's like, who cares? We're not in team tank yet. We're still early in the season. We have new, fresh voices. So we got Boudreau, which I think is a great hire.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
But this is no joke. When Pedersen hasn't had a fantastic year whatsoever.
No.
Boudreau, he's usually on Hockey Night, or he's on one of the hockey channels.
He's on. He was on something. Yeah. I
But
forget what it
this
was.
is like 3 weeks ago, and me and my dad were watching it downstairs, and he was ripping Pedersen because Pedersen was a top pick, right? He should be, and he just got a contract. He should be playing this and this and this. And my dad's like, I want someone like I want Bruce Bridger. I remember when he was with Washington,
Yep.
right? He's like, I want him. I like what he did, offensive minded. This was like 3 weeks ago. I shit you not. And then on Sunday night, I go on Twitter, like you, we're just constantly, there's got to be something. And I see, I'm like, and I read, and I just like double checking. It's like Bruce Boudreau in. I'm like
I know.
crazy how that shit works. And then, oh no, I just thought, I mean, awesome. You could tell the different energy they're playing with. And you keep going.
It's not even
You keep going.
close.
I like when you.
No, I agree, and he's all. He was probably my number one choice just because he's more of a player's coach. He loves offense, as we've seen the last couple games. And so, so happy to hear that he was hired. Have you seen the video of him, like the locker room video of him with the Capitals? Let me I'm going to find it real quick.
I love when they were chanting Bruce, there it is.
Oh, Bruce, there. It's just so crazy how the fans won the game before that were booing, going crazy, like jersey on and then the next game, first of all, they win 4-0, dominant win against the Kings, Bruce's first game, and the crowd is going nuts. They're all into it. It's like, crazy. No, we aren't a negative market. Like, it's not a negative market. It's just people have just had enough. Yeah. God, where is this video I had? Oh, I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's like a minute long, but I have never. He's just I'll play like the last 30 seconds of it. It's so funny. And when the power play is not working, so you're trying to stick handle, you're looking like this and not standing. Outwork the fucking guys. If you want it, don't just think you want it. Go out and fucking want it. But you're not looking like you want it. You look like you're feeling sorry for yourself. And nobody fucking wants anybody that's feeling sorry for themselves. You got 20 fucking minutes. You're down by one fucking shot. Surely the fuck we can deal with this.
Very, very good guy right there.
So funny, but just like the message, if you listen to the message actually is good. It's like he talks about you guys are coming in. It's like, I've never seen a team with a whole bunch of F words, look so like it's so fucking down on themselves after one F of this, F that. But it's just like, like pick it up. Like, don't feel sorry for yourselves. Like, we're down by one shot. Like, it's just, that's a funny clip, but it's also just, you can tell like he's
been around.
He's been around. That was in his like second year coaching, and just like he knows how to say like, what are we doing? Like he's a player's coach. He could be for the players, but he's also gonna be like, the hell are we doing here? Like, we need to fix this. Don't be feeling sorry for yourselves. And so they're 2-0 under him. They won last night against Boston in the shootout. They've looked so much better. Their offenses look better. The players look like they have more confidence. It was a shakeup that was needed, in my opinion, years ago, but they just look like such a different team.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got, I like to you see some of these videos. He's got personality, right? Green is just so.
Yeah. Oh, he's just such
so
like
boring. I hated watching him on the bench, and he just needed a switch of the. I mean, you could tell that they were not playing for him, and
they were done.
It's just crazy, like you said, how fast the energy switched.
And like he's trying new things. He's trying Pedersen on the penalty kill. He's trying Hughes. He's trying all these different people. The penalty kill was abysmal under Green. It's the worst. It's on pace to be the worst in NHL history. I think they're 4 for 5 under Boudreau, which 80% is better with new guys. And the one goal they gave up was on a 5-on-3 against Boston. Still won the game. They just look more inspired. The team was pumped. They were pumped to win the shootout last night. It's been great. It's just been such a switch, and the last few have been so fun to watch. I'm going to be at home for tomorrow night doing nothing because I want to watch the game.
Same.
So it's just like, it's just so finally needed to happen. And it's just so nice to have that. I couldn't sleep the night it happened. I was so like excited and watching Boudreau videos and just being like, it's just so nice to be done with the shit we've been watching. And today they announced they hired Jim Rutherford as the president. He was most recently with the Penguins. He's won 3 Stanley Cups. He's interim GM as well. They're going to still find another GM, but I think it's a good guy to have as GM. I think the plan will be, I don't know. I know the Sedins, they want at some point to be the GM there. It's probably a couple of years down the line. They're in the front office, their first year in the front office. So we'll see. Curious to see who he hires, but at least right now we have someone with experience. He's not afraid to make trades. So very excited. It's just so much better than it was a week ago. And it finally feels good again to be a Canucks fan. And
Yes, it
it's
does.
just in much happier place overall. I'll tell you that.
No, 100%. I mean, our household, me and my dad, we don't dread watching a Canucks game or just know it's gonna happen.
It was
Like,
just like, dude, I wouldn't miss games before, but it's like I wasn't even looking. Like I'd watch games, and
no.
it just sucks to cheer for teams to lose. Like people always say, you should always cheer for your team to win. It's like when you need changes and you know your organization needs changes that are best for the team and for the organization, you gotta cheer for what's best. And they were off to such an abysmal start. It's like, okay, we need everyone fired. And the same thing happened
Yeah.
last year. I was pissed about it last year, and they didn't do anything. So it's just nice to see the change, and it was so needed. So yeah, anything else you want to add on that?
Not on the Canucks actually. Just one more point because I don't really know what's going on, but the Coyotes, what the hell is going on there?
Okay, yeah. So it came out yesterday night that if they're behind on their taxes with the stadium, which they're already getting kicked out of at the end of the year, that they're being locked down on the 20th. They paid it today, but then they said that they came out with a statement saying that it was a human error and like first of all,
don't buy that for 1 second.
that's not true. Second of all, they would have got you get like 3 or 4 notices saying like we need you to pay this, we need you to pay this, we need you to pay this. So it wasn't some surprise that they were behind. I don't know where they got the money to do it today, but like that team, man, I used to work for them, and it's just really too bad. But they need to like the NHL's got to just move them because hockey team should not be behind. Any professional team should never be behind on.
No,
Hey, like I've never seen anything like that.
I've never heard of it. Like that's just that was the weirdest thing to read yesterday.
I know, it's like what? Like how many? And a couple of days prior, there was a thing about they're for sale again, which they denied. They're just where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's keep being smoke, and they keep putting out the flames, and or thinking they put out the flames, and then more shit comes up, and it's just like, okay, at some point, like let's just move them to Quebec City or like somewhere, because I don't want that to happen. I like having a team here and going and being able to go to games, even though I haven't gone this year because I don't want to watch that. I'm not going to pay $50 a ticket to go watch those disgusting. They have Louis Eriksson and Antoine Roussel in their list. Just like those little, I don't want to see any of that. They're so bad. But it was nice to have a team here, and when the Canucks come, I'll go either way. They're not here till April, so we'll see if they're even allowed in the stadium by then. But they don't have an arena deal for next year. They're apparently, as of right now, they are kicked out of that stadium for next year.
They don't even have a place to play next year.
Nope. They're wanting to build a place in Tempe. That wouldn't be done for at least 2.5 to 3 years. So the only other place they could play is the old Suns Arena, which is uptown Phoenix. It's called Veterans Memorial Coliseum. It's to host like the fair. It's got like 14,000 seats. It's old as shit, but it could do temporarily. But unless they strike a deal with the arena there, their lease is up, and the arena said you're done. So I don't know what's going to happen with them. Gary Bettman doesn't want to admit his mistake of bringing them out here, but I think it's time. And sadly, I don't want to say that. I'd rather have them here. I'd rather be able to go watch games and have fun and do it. But they are just so abysmal, and they have so many issues that I think it's time that Quebec City gets their team. The Quebec City already has an arena, so they could literally take over now.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know all the numbers and stuff like that, but I can assume that the Arizona Coyotes don't sell a whole lot of.
Good. Glad you brought that up. The Forbes list of most valuable NHL teams came out yesterday. They are dead last. They are the least valuable team in the NHL.
And exactly, in a team like Quebec, who had the Nordiques, right? They had them back in the day. I mean, I'm sure that they're.
It's a Canadian hockey market. They'll sell.
Yeah.
No, they'll sell out. They'll sell out. Absolutely. They have a full arena like that. It's either going to be there or Houston. I think Canada needs another team. I think they should get another team. I don't even like Quebec. Those idiots always are trying to leave the country, form their own country inside Quebec. It's just a bunch of
weird
dummies. But hey, the Canada gets another hockey team. I think it's a good thing. It's a Canadian sport.
Yeah.
And they'll sell out every game. So that's kind of all the hockey I had. Do you have anything else you wanted to wrap up on the Canucks or anything?
Hockey wise, no, not necessarily anything else.
All right, let's look at the NFL. You had some stuff written down here, Jordan.
Yes.
Russ rumors.
Yeah. You
I
saw
saw
that
today.
yeah.
I saw today that he said he doesn't want to waive his no move clause. I don't believe
I
him.
don't either. Not at all.
Because he was trying to leave in the summer. Like
And
he
this
talked
is
about.
like you're telling me that this is happening twice now. That these rumors, you're telling me that both of them didn't happen. That's horseshit. Like
Yeah,
there's
no.
it's 2 times that it's came up like that, and now it's just weird too because there are 3 different teams that he would waive him for now. So it was who was it before? It was like the Bears, the
Yeah,
Raiders, and
the
whoever. And now
Bears
it's
thought they were
it's
going to get
three.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's 3 other teams. So it's a weird situation going on. But like the Giants, the Saints, the Broncos, and to be honest, I don't know. None of these teams to me have the assets necessarily that I would like as a Hawks fan to get in return. There's not.
Uh, yeah, it'd have to be picks.
It would have to, and even I mean, because we're, Blitz Boy really shit on us with the picks.
Oh my god, he's
Uh,
so bad, and
lost,
he's
yeah,
out for the
lost.
year.
Yeah, so it's just
Not
great.
that he does anything anyway.
No, exactly.
So most overpaid, overexpensive guy that does not. He has no sacks. Blitz Boy has no sacks.
And he had 9.5 through this point last season.
Yeah.
9.5.
So nice, Jamal.
And yeah, so I don't. There's just going to be either way. It's going to be Russ is gone or Pete's gone. It has to.
I think both of them should go. I think they need to rebuild. Don't do what the Canucks did 8 years ago and try and retool. Just you have the assets now, sell them.
I've told you this, or I've told people this from the first time the rumors came out. Cool, like let's get rid of them then. Let's move on.
We talked about before we knew all the
move.
Deshaun stuff. We talked about let's go. They were talking about maybe Deshaun, it's like yes, until obviously he's a pedophile or whatever.
Let's get it over with. Let's not linger on. It's not going to help us at all. It's going to make things worse. If he plays worse, we're not going to get anything back, and it's just.
I think out of those teams, the one that makes the most sense is the Broncos. I think if they have a quarterback, it depends on how Russ plays. Russ has not played well, but I think he needs to change his scenery, and I think he'll at least get back to 75% of what he was. If the Broncos had a quarterback, they would be probably a playoff team. But they have absolutely Teddy is not good, and Drew Lock is not good either. They have good running backs. Their defense is solid. They have really good receivers.
They have weapons and tight ends. They have everything that Russ could want. They have protection. They got everything that.
So I'd take some firsts from the Broncos, and they're out of the division.
Exactly. We don't have to see them. That's the main thing. We don't have to see him and maybe get a defensive player in return or maybe something, right?
It'd be a big haul. The Seahawks should do it because they're not a playoff team this year. Clearly,
no.
I don't know what makes anyone think they're going to all of a sudden be a playoff team next year. It's time to tear it down. They had a good run. They had an okay run. They won one Super Bowl. They've been kind of dragging now for the last couple of years, and it's finally kind of ship has sank ship has sailed. Saints, Jameis was fine. I don't know if Russ fits in that offense.
No, I don't.
Giants, I don't think he wants to go there. They're trying. I don't know why. Well, he does apparently. I don't know why he wants to go to the Giants. Their O-line's not very good.
No, they need help.
Saquon's just always hurt. They don't have great receivers.
No, every single receiver is hurt every week. Kenny Golladay, non-existent.
Oh, has been terrible, and Shepard's hurt too. All
every
the time.
week. Evan
Ingram's, and he's hurt. I don't even know who.
Darius
Slayton, yeah. I don't know why the Giants are on there.
John Ross and Dante Pettis, former Dogs, hurt all the time. Trash. I don't know, maybe just the market because his wife and all that garbage and stuff, but
yeah,
whatever.
I tell you what, when he started doing stuff outside of football, he was so focused on football for a while. And then he married. Not to say it's her fault, but he got sucked into that world. And I just think that really affected him. And it's not Sierra's fault. I'm not saying it's Sierra's fault. I think he allowed himself to get sucked in. She's just in the entertainment industry. And he kind of allowed it. They're making some movie or documentary or something that he's in. And it's like something changed, and he started doing that stupid like Mr. Unlimited and all that.
Let him all this stuff. It made me want to puke.
It's so cringy and so bad. And so I'm ready to move on from Russ. I don't think he's the same player he was. I don't think he has the same drive that he did. And quite frankly, he just kind of looks like shit. Like, we don't have a great offensive line. We don't really have great running backs. I mean, we just started Adrian Peterson for last week, but he doesn't look like he really wants to be there anymore. So Apparently he denies that, but we'll see if that changes once the season's over.
Yeah. You got anything else, man? What do you got?
Let's see. Well, I was just gonna say we can look at the games coming up this week, but might as well go through the other news. I didn't really have any other NFL news. NFL's just been weird this year. There's just a lot of games that have gone different ways. That Monday night game was nuts. The Patriots and Bills. Mac Jones 2 passes.
Boring.
Yeah, but hey, they took it to him. The Patriots know how to win.
In our dynasty league, Ben, I think I was winning on that night. He had Mac Jones and Devin Singletary, right? Yeah, he had those two guys. I had Emmanuel Sanders. I was winning by 8, and I won by 4.
Because Mac Jones probably had what, like 0.2 points?
It was the best day of my life, almost.
That's so
I do not
funny.
want to sit in that Denny's for 24 hours. For all you guys that don't know, in our dynasty league, the loser has to sit in Denny's for 24 hours, but you can eat. So
every waffle you eat, right, is an hour?
Every waffle you eat takes off an hour. And
so you're basically in the clear now, right?
Oh, I mean, I'm hoping so.
I think you're in the clear. I think it's going to be Melema or
I hope
Cody, who won last year.
I hope it's Cody. I hope Cody gets last place.
Apparently, everyone hopes it's Cody. Apparently, everyone hopes it's him.
Shit talker. He goes from first to last. That would be the best.
So we'll see. That's pretty funny. What else here, Jordan? I'm looking at your notes. Let's take a look at some of the other things here. Tiger Woods playing. Is it this weekend?
No, I think it's like I don't know the.
It's coming up, isn't it?
It's soon. I think it's in the next 2 weeks. I think.
Yeah.
Charlie's playing too, and if you guys don't know,
he's a stud.
Charlie is insane.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great just to see him, like, honestly, like he said could have lost a limb. He really could have, and now that he's making another comeback, that's gonna be sweet because golf is just better when Tiger's playing. I love watching golf. Don't get me wrong, but when Tiger plays, and then
it's different.
Tiger Blood Sunday, his Sunday Reds. It's just different. It's different. I mean, everyone tunes in. It seems like so. That'll be good to get Tiger back.
It's just good for the sport.
It is. It really is. And then Tristan Thompson. That guy.
He's such an idiot.
That guy is so stupid.
He's so dumb.
This is the second or third time I want to say. Second,
he's had a kid with he's had a kid with someone else.
This guy, I mean, he was a high pick, right? High NBA pick, NBA champion, all this stuff, and like he's just acting like he's like a young dude again. He's like 20, just bouncing around.
I know.
He's leaving it inside, just like pull that shit out, dude. Don't let that happen. So I just had, like, Tristan Thompson was on my shit list because I actually used to like him as a player.
Yeah, what is wrong with that dude? He's a terrible dude. How many times has he cheated on her? Like, good Lord.
I think he's from Canada. He's from your homeland, dude.
What city is he? Is he probably from Ontario? I don't know.
Probably, but
I
had to bring it up because
absolutely
trying to pay everything and saying that he's going to lose all his money. Dude, he signed fat contracts. You're not going to lose.
Didn't he sign a max with the Cavs or close to a max at one point?
He signed a huge ass deal.
Like, he's never been good, or not. He's never been that good.
No, exactly. He averaged like
undersized rebounder. Yeah.
So that's all that I got.
That's you had one more, Sam. I don't know about this. So you had a Sam Kerr decking fan.
Yeah, dude, you have to check out. This is chick, Sam Kerr. So she plays for Chelsea. So there's this fan like in the middle of the game going like taking selfies and stuff, like running around the field, and she comes out of nowhere, just decks the dude, like drops him, and security comes and gets him and stuff. But like that was awesome. Freaking sweet. She just laid him out. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
It was quick. Obviously, there's nothing a whole lot else to it, but I just thought that was sick. That usually
that's hilarious.
Like, guys like going after and tackling dudes, but this chick decked him. It was sweet.
That's awesome. I gotta look that up. All right. Anything else from last week, or should we take a look at what's coming up here?
Nah, we can take a look. I don't got much from last week.
I don't either. I'm just gonna kind of run through. So let's just run through all the NFL games and just take who we think are gonna win. Obviously tonight, Pittsburgh, Minnesota. Lions 3.5 Minnesota. I think Minnesota wins the game coming on. I
I
mean,
do
they just
too.
lost, but I think the
They got
Steelers are not good.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think the
think
Steelers are
Minnesota
good.
wins.
Big Ben is
He's so
abysmal.
washed. It's unbelievable.
And yeah, Minnesota's got embarrassed. I'll take Minnesota 3.5.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
would
that.
too. I would too. Baltimore, Cleveland. Who you got?
I kind of like Baltimore, even though they're not playing well. I don't have them taking the points or anything. I don't know if I like that. I'm going to take Baltimore money line just because the Cleveland's so
They're the
one
underdog.
dimensional.
They're the underdog.
Yeah,
Baltimore
yeah,
is.
that's what I'm looking at. I don't
Yeah.
think Cleveland's so one dimensional. Baker's not what everyone thought Baker was going to be. He's hurt everywhere on his body, seemingly. And Lamar hasn't played necessarily great, but he's figuring out ways to win, I guess. So I'll go with, I think, Baltimore this weekend.
We're 2 for 2. Great, well said. I completely agree. I think Cleveland's just abysmal. San Fran, Cincy. San Fran's -1.5, so it's a very close game. Money line, -118. Cincy's +102. I think I'd go Cincy. That's a close one. I don't know. I think I'd go Cincy though, as long as Mixon's gonna play. Do we know if he's gonna play? Is he okay?
I'm not sure. I saw some sleeper stuff today, but I don't know
exactly. If Mixon plays, I'm on Cincy.
Yeah, and it's in Cincinnati, San Fran. Jimmy, when they get into passing situations, Jimmy struggles.
They lose. Yep.
And Cincinnati's defense has played well, I guess, for the most part. I guess for 3 for 3, I like Cincinnati as well.
Cool. Vegas, Kansas City. I'm going obviously Kansas City. It's -9.5. I don't think I'd do that. I wouldn't bet on this game, I don't think, but I think Kansas City's usually Vegas beats them once a year. Vegas just doesn't look good right now.
No.
They also lost me $75 on Sunday. I bet 75 on them because that was the last I had in my account, my betting account. And they lost on a last second field goal. So that was great. But yeah, I'd go Kansas City. Dallas, Washington. I would go Dallas, but it's 4.5. I'd probably take 4.5. I think Dallas is better than Washington. I think when Zeke and Pollard both play well, which they have, well, Pollard's played well, and Zeke just needs to get healthier. I think Washington's run, I mean, they're not as good as their run here. I think Dallas is actually pretty good, as I've said all year. I think they probably win the game. I think they probably win it. It's probably like a 6-point game. It's going to be close, but 4.5.
Pollard's a little banged. Both of the backs are a little banged
up.
Probably look to Dak to throwing the ball a little bit more than usual. He's thrown it a lot, but not as much as he did.
Not as much as he did before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So exactly. So I'm gonna go Dallas too.
Atlanta, Carolina. This is just a shit game.
I like Atlanta.
I do too. I don't know. That's funny. I don't know why. They're bad. Their offense is bad, but Cam Newton looked so bad, and I don't think he's good. Yeah, I'd go Atlanta as well.
The game sucks though. There's nothing fun about the game. I just think Atlanta's gonna win.
Nope. New Orleans, New York Jets. New Orleans look bad. Taysom Hill looks bad, but they're playing the Jets, so I'm going New Orleans. I'm not touching that game either, though.
No, I'm gonna go New Orleans. Nothing much either going on there. It's just gonna be an ugly ass football game. So.
Jacksonville, Tennessee. I mean, obviously, I'm going Tennessee. I'm not touching this game. It's -9. Well, I guess I would go Tennessee -9 if I was going to bet, but I mean, Jacksonville is just so bad, and Tennessee doesn't have Julio's back this week at least, so.
I'm going to go Tennessee as well. Jacksonville, they just struggle on literally every single aspect.
They benched Robinson. He's their best player, and they benched him after fumbling, and then Carlos Hyde fumbled. What are they? Why would you do that? Urban Meyer's such an idiot.
He sucks. He is horrible.
Such a horrible coach. It's unbelievable. I don't understand why. Robinson is clearly their best player. He's a good running back. He's a top 10 running back. He gets 3 carries and he fumbles. I think it's his first one, maybe his second one of the year. And he gets no carries. And then Hyde fumbles. It just doesn't make any sense. What an idiot.
And I don't think, their offense is just not. It's not designed for Trevor Lawrence to succeed. I don't think he's getting
bad.
He's not getting any help on the outside whatsoever either. There's the environment, but I don't think their OC has even yet whatever week this is, 13, 14. I don't think he knows exactly how to maneuver an offense working like around Trevor Lawrence. Like there's
Yeah.
no, you
No,
see
I
what he
agree.
did at Clemson, obviously, and there's just no. I mean, I know it's NFL and college is different, but it's becoming more and more like college every year with the offenses
100%.
and stuff. So
100%. No, I agree.
Jacksonville horrible.
Seattle, Houston. There's nothing to say. I go Seattle, but they're so bad. You never know. It might be a good game.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. Sometimes in these games we lay an egg, we still win, but it could look like shit. So we'll just go Seattle as well.
Detroit, Denver. I'm tempted to bet Detroit, but no,
I'm going
I go.
Detroit.
You're going Detroit. All right,
I'm
we're
going
different on
Detroit.
that one. I think Denver wins. I'm tempted. They're plus 10. I think I definitely will bet plus 10.
See, that's the thing. It's 10 points. Denver's offense scares me. I know they. So,
Yeah, if I was gonna bet, I'd bet plus 10 and maybe
Yeah.
maybe the money line, but I think Denver wins that game. But Denver's not very good.
No.
The only thing is I'm Swift if he might not play, so that's the only thing. Giants, Chargers. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Chargers minus 10. Mike Glennon playing quarterback. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I agree. The Chargers are inconsistent, but yeah, Mike Glennon or he might not even play. He's hurt. Who's the Georgia quarterback? Jake Fromm might start.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So I go Chargers as well. Big one, Buffalo, Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna go Tampa Bay minus 3.5.
Yeah, I would too. Buffalo, something's up with them.
They don't look right.
As good.
They can't run the ball. They can't stop the run.
Yeah, I'd go Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay wins that one.
I bet Leonard Fournette gets 20 plus touches that game.
I bet he does. Yep, absolutely. Good. Chicago, Green Bay. I think Green Bay is going to wallop them.
I do too.
It's minus 12.5. It's a huge line, but Chicago sucks.
Yeah, they're bad. I think I like 12.5. I mean, I would probably take it. I don't know if I'm going to bet on the game, but 12.5.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No,
it's not bad.
I can't believe that this is
how did it not get flexed? How did Buffalo Tampa Bay not get flexed into the main slot?
No idea.
It's a crime that Chicago. It's embarrassing for Chicago. I know Chicago fans don't want them on national television. I'll tell you that. Last one of the week, Monday night. This will be a good one. LA and Arizona. Sorry, Sterling. I'm going Arizona again.
So am I. Even
LA just hasn't looked great, man.
No.
They looked, they covered last week, but they didn't start the game very well. Sterling was pissed. He was at the game. He was texting me. He said, "I hate the Rams." So they just haven't looked great. I think Arizona fully healthy again. I think Chase Edmonds is back. I know Kyler's back. Hopkins is back. I think they're gonna win. It's only minus 2.5. It should be a close one. I might take him on the money line minus 135.
Yeah, I like it, man. Almost all of our games except for
the Lions. Yeah, I still would pick Detroit plus 10. I just think Denver's gonna win the game.
Fair.
I was gonna say we could talk college bowl games, but there's not really any this week, and I'm sure Sterling kind of wants to probably be a part of that conversation. The only game this weekend I think is Army Navy. The game where the over/under is set at 35, so because no one scores.
That's so low, dude.
It's so low, but they always hit under.
Yeah, it's so weird.
So I don't know what.
I might go. I'm not gonna bet this game because I don't want to watch this kind of. I don't want to watch this game at all.
I'm not going to watch that game. The only bets I have right now for this weekend are Baltimore plus 2.5 and Cincinnati on the money line. I have some tonight. I have some hockey games going. Anaheim minus 110. Who do you got? Let's see who we got.
I had Tampa Bay money line. It's 2-2.
I do too. Yep, I have Tampa Bay money line as well. 2-2. I have Anaheim money line. It's 1-1. So both those games are tied. I have Edmonton against Boston at minus 129 because Boston just played last night in Vancouver and lost. Go Canucks. And then I have Winnipeg minus 115 against the Kraken. Fuck the Kraken. And then I have over 5 goals at Dallas, and LA. And I think 5's that's 3-2 to push. So I like over 5 in that one.
I also got shout out to our alma mater, the Lopes. They're at ASU tonight, and I have them money line. I think Arizona State is so bad.
What's the odds on that?
Plus 140.
Oh shit! I didn't know they were the underdog.
I know. It's at ASU. That's the only thing that.
It's right. I know it's at ASU. I might go to that game when it's at GCU.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, it's going to be so hard to get tickets to either of those games because GCU sells out every arena.
GCU's 8-1. ASU's 3-6. GCU's only loss is to Wyoming, who Wyoming is now 8-1. They just lost to Arizona last night by 30 plus. I kind of like the Lopes, so Lopes.
Like it. Let's go. I forgot that. Is that Is that tonight?
Yeah, it's at 6:30. So
Damn, I'm going out for
I think I might
a
watch
drink,
it. I
so
think I might.
I might go. I'm gonna say I'm going out to a bar actually for dinner. So
Oh, sweet. Marley's
I'm guessing
or
that's gonna
what?
be on. I should go to Marley's. That'd be actually fun. Although he wouldn't put the
Yeah.
GCU game on. He hates the Lopes now. That game wouldn't be
Did
on there.
that like case like did he lose or did that get settled?
Yeah,
Or
I don't think so. I don't think no one ever. You don't win a grievance case when
no,
when your team sucks that bad.
no, and you're an alcoholic.
Yeah,
You have
there were
this and
many
this and this.
issues.
You're
Yeah,
not winning that.
no, I don't know why he decided that was a good idea to file that. He might have withdrawn it because there was no news after it got fired or filed
Exactly.
because there was everyone was calling for his head.
Yeah.
And the first year without him, they made the tournament.
There's this good. It's Drew, right? It's what's his first name?
Bryce Drew, yeah, or is that his brother?
Yeah,
He's got a brother.
Scott Drew is his brother, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Turn it
He hit
around.
one
They
of the-
look good. I mean, they play big games and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
He hit one of the biggest shots in I think it was Vanderbilt history in the tournament to win.
Oh, shoot.
So look that up if you haven't. Other than that, Jordan, anything else? What do you? We won't do trivia or anything like that. We'll wait for Sterling. Yeah. What are you doing this weekend? I know what I'm doing this weekend. What are you doing this weekend?
Jeez. Shoot. Saturday. I can't even think right now. Like when I get put on the spot, kind of, I'm just like, I feel like I have something, but I'm probably not.
There's like a FanDuel festival going on down here.
Dude, that's so stupid.
It's
so dumb, dude.
You can't buy tickets. You just had to bet $25 on a game through FanDuel and you get 2 tickets. So Tristan and I are going, and there's some DJ and Nelly's performing at it. And then there's like a bar and like Kurt Warner's gonna be there and like Edgerrin James and a bunch of like old Cardinals guys. And so we're going to that side. We have a Christmas party Saturday night at one of our old buddies. So
wait, whose house?
Should be a fun set. Alex Abel. I don't know if you ever met him.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
Isn't he married or is he engaged?
Yeah, he's got a kid on the way. So it's kind of his last bash. We used to party at his place all the time in college. So he's married. Yeah, good time. So it's one of our little throwback parties. So that'll be Saturday's going to be a day. I'm taking it easy tomorrow. I'll sit back, I'll watch the Canucks game. Hopefully they win 3 in a row. That'd be great.
I will be watching as well.
Hopefully it'll be great. If we win 3 in a row, that would be, well, let's not say if we will. Right now we've won 4 of the last 5. 2-0. So 3 in a row, 5 of the last 6 would be a nice little turnaround here. So we'll see. Big one.
I also saw that Ale Vino got fired from the Flyers the other day.
Flyers lost 10 in a row. Yeah, they lost 8 before he got fired, and they have not had quite the turn the Canucks did when they fired their coach. So, RIP, LA, not RIP, but too bad. He was the best, most winningest coach in Canucks history by far. So, too bad. But it was time. It was time. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to Montreal. He's French. So, Montreal, I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the year. Other than that, we'll be back next week. Sterling will be back on. I don't think there's anything else I had to wrap up. Go Canucks. Yeah, man. Follow us on. Go.
One more thing. Shout out to the Linden Lions for the state championship.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. That was awesome.
That was 21-7. Cool for Blake. I was happy for Blake. I mean, he's worked his ass off. He's been in the program since he's been like 21, 22 years old. Good for him. Good dude. Fun guy. Cousin was pumped. Was on the team, Campbell. So shout out to him and all the other kind of kids that I coached.
That's right, your cousin. That's right. Congratulations.
Baby Cade, 3 tuts. That was just cool. It was good to listen to on the radio. My mom was there, and it was just a good time. Weird not being in the dome, but
outside in December in Washington. That's terrible. Classic beat Tumwater. That's pretty much how Linden wins their championships. They beat Tumwater. So
weird.
I can, we're alumni, so
we can attest.
They still own Tumwater. It's just like they don't lose to Tumwater in the finals, which is great. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Blake. I'm glad you brought that up because I definitely forgot about that, but that was awesome. Awesome to see. It's been a 7 of the last 14 years they've won now. It's been a little bit of a stretch without one. I think the last one was our sophomore year that we won, right?
Yeah.
I think that was our sophomore year was the last one they won. That's been a while. I don't know how long that's been, but it's been a while. But still 7 of the last 14 Leibniz won. So congratulations to them. Yeah. Anything else, Jordan?
No, man, it was a good little episode, minus Bert.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
But
good. Just we didn't have a ton betting wise anyway. So
no,
yeah, follow us at Lock Talk Sports on everything online. Jordan just wrote a new blog as well. I need to do that more. I need to, now that the Canucks are, I was just so off of everything. I was not watching games like wholeheartedly. And now that they're back, I can get back into it. It just made me so angry. I was like refusing to follow anything of them. So very happy. Yeah, follow us there. Read our stuff. We'll be on Twitter. Let's go for a not 0-12 weekend this week. I don't even think I'll have 12 bets, but let's just go to win one. That's my goal on Saturday. Win one.
there we go.
Cool, Jordan. All right, Maddie. Good to talk to you. Good to see you. Thanks,
Good to see you,
everybody.
man. Take care, man.
We'll talk to you later. Peace.
Later.